So here's the deal. Instead of, I don't know, doing something insanely,
Trained professional here. Don't try this at home.
yeah, because I'll lock you somewhere. Instead of doing something insanely stupid that will get you, I don't know, a spot on the show, instead just listen. Like, subscribe, and or follow This Is True Really, a Podcruncher, Breaker, and digital podcast, and have your friends do the same so that they don't, end up as a story on the show.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
Had to go to the doctor, knees were aching, right?
Yep.
I'm old and abused my knees. And I keep telling myself, boy, if I'd have known when I was younger, I'd have taken better care of myself.
No, you wouldn't have.
Exactly. In the back of my mind, I know that. But, in the front of my head, it's like, well, maybe. I'm going to go watch I get cortisone shots in my knees on Friday. Saturday, I'm feeling pretty good about life. I am going to go and watch my youngest granddaughter play softball. She's a very good little catcher. I love watching them play.
Okay.
And I had got the shot Friday. Getting out of bed Saturday morning, I noticed, what have I got on my knees? 2 Band-Aids. I should take those off. But luckily, having the attention span of a gnat, I'm walking up to the softball game going, oh, well, I can brag about my, shots in my knees because of the Band-Aids.
Sure, why not?
Obviously didn't take them off yet. Bozo. That didn't work out, though. I get there. One mom is in a sling. She had broken a bone in her elbow while, true story, while playing a board game.
Wow, they're serious.
It involves, I was going to say, dear, you got to lighten up a little.
This is a full contact board game.
Apparently, it involved something with a picnic table, someone getting up on one end and going kerthud down the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
The old teeter-totter trick.
And then I look, and a friend of ours, Mel, she is sitting there in a foot boot. And I go, she was in a foot boot a couple of years ago. What's going on here? I broke my foot. Okay, why? Well, she did it playing mini golf. I know. The explanations are boring, right? One fell down and rolled under a picnic table, and the other probably stepped wrong off one of those ledges. But my first thought is, wow, you guys play mini golf as a contact sport.
It's just terrible.
Respect. Wow.
So we're you just brought this up, and I just spoke about this yesterday to somebody. While at the table conversing with your son's boss and boss's boss, the boss's boss's wife confessed to a story.
Oh, no.
She had never held a turtle before in her life. And so they were at some sort of petting zoo or something or other. And there was a turtle there, a box turtle that she could pet. And you remember when we used to pick them up as kids?
Yep.
You always pick them up with the head facing you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, she picked hers up with the head facing away from her. And decided to give it a kiss. So she turns it upside down and goes in for the smooch. The turtle, now freaking out, latches onto her upper lip. At that point,
let me guess. She drops the turtle.
No, she yanked the turtle.
Oh, I'd have rather dropped him.
And tore her lip wide open. She calls her sister, who's, I believe, a nurse. And her sister says, you need to go to the doctor. You need to get some antibiotics right now. And she says, no, I've been putting antibiotic cream on it. And her sister says, does not matter. You need to go to the doctor and get some antibiotics.
Now.
Go there now. And she says, no. So for about a week, she's putting this antibiotic cream on it while her sister is pleading with her, please go see a doctor. Finally, her husband hears the argument. And a little curious, he says, hun, would you show me the tube of antibiotic cream that you are using on this? Turned out it was athlete's foot cream. She has no mushrooms growing on her lip.
No, bet not.
Okay, on to the stories. About 10 years.
Something dumber than what we've been going through. What impressed me the most.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the next day golfing at the very golf course where my son got married, and you met these people.
Sure.
My wife hits this gorgeous shot, and all of a sudden the ball goes slamming off to the left. and it's flat in front of the green. We couldn't figure. We get up there, and there's a turtle now on the other side of the green. I thought, you scared the hell out of a turtle, and he's trying to escape.
He took a hard knock.
That's the only way we could figure out that ball taking that left turn.
That's funny.
If I'd have known this then, I could have called her, and she could have come down to the golf course and tried again. Scott?
Speaking of aquatic life, about 10 years ago, Swedish researchers suggested that aquatic life
Brava.
You're welcome. Could be affected by the drugs and chemicals in society's wastewater.
No.
Now, new studies have shown that fish are indeed affected by what gets launched into their habitat.
No, that's just a Simpsons myth.
Specifically, methamphetamines. It seems flushing your meth down the toilet when the police are banging on your door is great for you in the sort of getting caught department, but it isn't so good for the environment, specifically fish, who develop an addiction. Current water treatment technology isn't equipped to deal with legal or illegal drugs. Even low levels of illicit drugs can affect the animals residing there. Experts say drug addiction could also drive fish to congregate near unhealthy water treatment discharges in search of a fix. Some young fish have been known to stay out all night, and when asked where they've been, say, out. So before you flush, think of the fish.
Why do I keep seeing that three-headed fish from The Simpsons now?
Right?
Hang on. I need a different story because I had a nice story to use. And
you can use a nice story.
Not after that weird-ass thing you just did. Here we go. This is weird. Andover Township, New Jersey. Police receive a call about a dead body under a deck. The detective and officers began to check the area under the deck when they did indeed confirm a deceased human body was contained within the doghouse, according to Law and Crime Story. What a great name. It must be like a police magazine.
Yeah, probably.
Police say 2 days later, Brian Cheetah Hackenbrook.
Well, he's on the East Coast. There's a lot.
And Matthew R. Thomas, who are both in their 20s and should know better, were arrested for disturbing or desecrating human remains. Not with murder. It appears the deceased was a resident of Hopatcong, New Jersey, who died from a medical emergency. So our two very intelligent ghouls
stuffed him in the doghouse,
placed the body in the trunk of a car belonging to the victim, called a towing company to have the car moved to Andover, and then the two moved the body from the boot to the doghouse belonging to an unsuspecting family. Police could not clarify the relationship of the victim to the suspects, or for the life of them, I believe it was like this. For the life of me, I don't know why they would do this. But you got to admit, for ghouls, that's an elaborate plan. Well, I mean, in the old days, ghouls just grabbed the dead body, ate the brain, and off they went.
There was a few lucid moments in their otherwise ridiculously stupid life.
I kept waiting for that part of the story where, alcohol was involved. They had been stoned out of their brain. Apparently not.
Oof. It's the talk of the Midwives Lounge.
At a bar?
No, this is where the midwives hang out and tell lusty stories of birthing adventure. Jade Bayer has given birth, I should say, to one of Britain's biggest babies.
The Prime Minister?
Patrick is laughing out loud at that. I can tell you that right now. Ronnie J. Futrell weighed a staggering 11 pounds, 5.5 ounces at birth. It's like being born at 4 months old.
Ladies, we heard for you.
Mom has already had to stop breastfeeding because she can't produce enough milk to keep up with the demand.
And he's taller than she is.
And the 0 to 3 month baby clothes didn't fit. So he started out in 3 to 6 month onesies. The midwives were more than a little surprised at Ronnie J's size. They say the umbilical cord looked like a tow rope. Your turn.
Where do you go from that?
You'll pick something.
48-year-old Chris Langston's a metal detectorist in Oswestry, England.
Okay.
Figured since I, took the Prime Minister's name in vain.
Why not? Just go after him.
Stumbled along a rather creepy finding. These we should have saved till October, I'm saying. But hey, he was exploring the woods near his home on June 30th. Langston first saw a pile of broken dishes. But upon further digging, because no one watches horror movies and gets it. Here, let's hide behind the wall of chainsaws.
Right, that's a good idea.
Why can't we just get in the running car? No,
don't be stupid.
Anyway, the young man unearthed a clear bottle that appeared to contain urine, hair, and a human tooth. Now, it's your normal combination. According to Metro News, archaeologists say such bottles were used to keep spells and curses from entering homes as long ago as the 1600s.
I was thinking it was just a mixer.
We're going to have to talk about your parties. Langston said, I had my camera in my hand, and in the video, you can see me shaking as I just wanted to put it down. Yep. Copy that. Did a bit of research online, discovered it was a witch bottle. Which bottle? That bottle. I don't know, third base. I went back the following day, placed it in an undisturbed part near the area where I found it, and buried it slightly, hoping to avoid any bad juju.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I am still a bit creeped out by it all. Son, don't watch American Horror Story.
Yeah, you'll have real serious problems.
You might want to stick with, My Little Pony, or you can grow a pair.
Really, what's gonna happen from a bottle of several 100-year-old wee-wee?
Oh no, but there was hair and a tooth. Well, Scott, that makes you've missed that part of the story. That makes
well, what was I thinking?
I mean, look at your head.
Poop head.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.